the tier list on the basic hero powers in Hearthstone. I believe all of them are here because Deathland is here. I'm gonna base this off what hero power I think has been the most impactful throughout Hearthstone's history and how good it has been in current Hearthstone. Okay, because I think current Hearthstone really speaks to the good hero powers, because if you're hero powering, it definitely has to be worth it. This might be a hot take, chat. Deathline hero power is S tier. It's been S tier. It is phenomenal. It's been so good. It's good with corpses. It's free damage. It's just free damage. Okay, it's easy. It's just been good. It'll keep being good. It's just the best hero power probably in the game at the moment. Behind that is the Demon Hunter one. You know, honestly, I can kind of get behind this. I think Demon Hunter's actually been better, because Demon Hunter's been in the game for like 3 years at this point, and it's still absolutely amazing. So I'm pretty sure that like this might be the best hero power in the game. Both of these are really good. Okay, now we get to the ones that slowly get worse and worse over time because they were made back in 2014, and that's going to be the case. All right, let's do the quick one. Shaman D tier. It is the only hero power in the game that has a random element into the game, and it's always been straight turd. It's either it's really good for you or it's really bad. There's no in between with the Shaman hero power. Okay. I think you can make the claim that the Shaman hero power is very good for Totem Shaman, but like in a vacuum, it is the worst hero power in the game. It is so bad, by the way, that they changed one of the totems on it. So if that speaks volume, that's just what it is, right? So I think D tier is very, very interesting here. Okay. All right, we'll go Warlock now. Warlock, back in the day when classes did not have as much cards all the time, because you know drawing wasn't as prominent back in Hearthstone. If back in the day you would run out of cards, nowadays you can just discover and keep generating cards and it feels like you just never run out of resources. It would go in S tier, but I think now it's an A tier card or an A tier hero power. Like I think just due to the fact that you have generation now, this hero power has drastically gotten worse, but I still think it is the best hero power in the game out of all of the basic hero powers. It's one that has always been good, and it probably will remain being good. There's nothing quite like it, and I don't know about you guys, but there's nothing quite like tapping on turn 2. No other hero power in the game feels as good as tapping on turn 2. Like I just, there's something kind of erotic about it. Like it's tapping into your primal urges when you tap on turn 2. So I think it's definitely an A tier. I think you can make the claim that it might be slightly worse nowadays, but I'm a big fan of the Warlock one. I think it feels really, really good. Okay, we go to Warrior. I think Warrior overall, Warrior's tough because I think Warrior's hero power is not bad. It's kind of just in the middle. I think it's like a B, or yeah, it's probably like a B. I think the thing with like Warrior is Warrior's hero power never is bad. Like there's always better options for you to hero power, like than hero powering. But like getting 2 armor is basically getting 2 life. And because it does work with combinations like Shield Slam and other cards like that, I think the hero power for armor is just probably a B tier, right? I think generally speaking, Warrior and Warlock have kind of stood the test of time for the most part. Maybe it's like here actually, to be honest. But I think generally speaking, if I had to pick one or the other, I'd want Warlock's hero power, because I'd rather get a card that wins me the game than just armoring up majority of the time. Currently I would. Back in the day when there was limited resources, I think this one would probably be up here as well. Like this would be up here, right? Like we said before, but I think nowadays it's like this. It's fine. I think it's good. I think it's fine. It might be bottom B. All right, we're gonna go to Hunter. Chat, this might be another bold claim here, but I think this is an A tier hero power. This is another hero power that has stood the test of time. It doesn't really feel bad to deal 2 damage for 2 mana consistently, right? Hunters still like it. It feels good every single time there's an aggressive deck. It's basically, or aggressive deck and Hunter, it's basically because of this hero power, right? This is the hero power that you're most prominent for. And it's funny because I think both of these classes were like basically designed around these 2 hero powers. So like you can't have too many good cards in Warlock because they can draw into them, and you can't have too many good like slow game good control cards in Hunter because they'll inevitably win the game with their hero power. So I think both of these are completely fair. Honestly, the more I look at this hero power list, it might just be like this. I think solely Demon Hunter might be the best hero power in the game, just because it's 1 mana. Demon Hunter's hero power is just, it feels so good. So it might be like this, but for now we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Okay. Paladin. Now, Paladin's hero power hasn't felt horrible, but it's never like, I never want to hit the hero power button, right? In aggro decks, there's always something better to do than hitting a 1/1. And in slow control decks, if you're playing 1/1s, you're probably not too happy about that. The only real case for this is like the Dude package and Big Paladin, which Big Paladin kinda has never worked out. And in aggro Paladin, again, if you're spending 2 mana, like even back in the day, like I'm thinking like Secret Paladin back in TGT, like you probably don't want to be hero powering even back in the day. The only real benefit of this one is like if you're going strictly against a deck that just can't answer a 1/1 every single turn, like it will start to add up and it'll get a little spooky with it. It's good with Infuse, by the way, but like just compare these two, for instance, right? I would almost rather have this one every single time, right? So it might be, it's high C, low B. It's high C, low B. I think it's high C though. I don't think it's a B tier. I'd rather have the warrior hero power majority of the time. But again, it depends on what archetype you're going for. But I think overall, Paladin's hero power just never has felt very, very good. I never really want to. Like I'm thinking this based on like personal sentiment too. I never want to hit this button. Like I played this game through closed beta chat. I don't want to play. I don't ever want to hit that button. Like these two, I didn't want to hit the button. This one, I wanted to hit the button so I get the spell power totem, but it's gone now, so it's whatever. All right, Priest. Listen, okay. Priest can't be above Warrior. It is strictly illegal for this one to be above Warrior. Okay, I can't in my heart put it above this. But the problem with Priest's hero power, it's never felt good. Because like, why would you want to do it? Why would you want to do it? But at the same time, it's not like the worst healing in the world. In Arena, this one gets a little spicier, right? So does the Paladin one, but I'm considering more just like Hearthstone in general. Yeah, it's purely reactive, which is why like I think the Warrior one feels so much better. I think it's like this. I don't know which one I'd rather have higher up. The problem, like, this one's good. This one can be good. In late game scenarios, this one starts to shine a little bit more. Or this one starts to shine a little bit more in late game too if your opponent can't answer it. Both of these are like very weird, but this one's I think is better in most situations, so I think it's better. Yeah, okay. All right, Mage. Mage is hard because generally most of the time with Mage, you don't usually ping, right? Most of the time you ping, it doesn't feel good. Now, there are cards to buff this, but I don't think we're counting like the package. I'm counting it just as a hero power generally, right? Like, what does it do for the class on its own? And I think most of the time you're okay with hitting this button. Like, I think it's like this. I could even see it down here, but I think I'm happy enough with giving Mage a B here. Because most of the time, like dealing 1 damage for 2 mana to anything is could be really, really good. It's one of the few hero powers that it's very contextual, I think. It's very, very contextual. It's like better than DK. Absolutely not. It's not even close. It's not even close to being better than DK. DK's hero power is so nutty. It's so nutty. It helps with break points. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I'll do high B chat. It'll be better than Warrior. I don't think it's on the same level as Hunter or Warlock. I don't think that's the case. I'll go with B. I'll go with higher than B. I think it's better than Warriors, but I don't think it's on the same level as these two. Over Hearthstone's history, like, no. These two have always been better. All right, Rogue's hero power is pretty timeless as well. Rogue is generally okay with hero powering still to this day. But the thing with Rogue is like, there are just better things to do now on turn 2, but you don't feel horrible about it. Rogue is like, there's so many decks that rely on you to attack. So you often go like hero power turn 2 into something on turn 3. It really depends on the deck. How are you guys saying trash? It's not trash. You guys are out of your mind. It's easily like here. It's easily here. Like it's somewhere here. It's not here. It's somewhere here. But I can maybe see it like bottom A or top B, somewhere around here. This is timeless, bro. Like this one has been very good throughout Hearthstone's history. It's always been good. It's always been good. It's always been good. I think I'm okay with this. It's tough. I don't know. I wish I played more Rogue back in the day, but I think it's fine. Dagger, like, you don't feel bad daggering. You never feel bad daggering. So that's why I'm like a little bit more optimistic on it. I think it's good. You're okay with it? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, Druids is probably the hardest one. I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't know where to put Druid, because Druids either feels really good or it feels really bad. There's not really an in between. Again, there are cards that you can buff with this, but like, again, we're talking like just strictly in a vacuum, I think. And most of the time you don't want to be hero powering with Druid, because there's always better stuff for you to do with Druid's hero power. So it has to be like probably here. Probably has to be here. I think I'm like probably okay with this. Let me double check this tier list real fast, by the way. Let me go through the thing. Druid's good. I'm sorry. Demon Hunter is the best one. I think Death Knight's second. So I'm okay with this. It might be like this, but I'm okay with this. Warlocks is the best standard hero power in the game other than Hunter. These two are pretty interchangeable. I think nowadays it might be like this, but because I'm Warlock biased, I'm gonna do like this. Rogue is fine here. I'm good with the Rogue here. I'm good with Mage here. I think Mage's hero power is way better back in the day. I think nowadays it feels pretty rough. Like, you never want to be hero powering with Mage for the most part. And you can say that for a lot of them, but I think for the most part, as Hearthstone has gotten older and things have gotten stronger, Mage's hero power has only gotten worse and worse. So, and that also being said, I think this should be like this then. Druid's fine here. Paladin's like this. Priest is here for sure. Here. You know what? One thing I haven't considered about Mage is Divine Shield proccing. Divine Shield proccing is kind of goated, so maybe it goes up here then. Somewhere around here. I think these two are pretty interchangeable too. I think this is pretty good. I think I'm good with this. I think it's hard to argue this. Like, I think these two are interchangeable. I think these two are interchangeable. These two are perfect. These two are absolutely perfect. I think this is fine. I'm good with this. I'm shipping this. I'm shipping this. This is the official tier list. This is it. This is it, chat. This is what it is. You're welcome. I've opened your eyes. Hard to argue when many people are... Dude, I can't listen to half you guys in chat because half of you are gold. Okay? Half of you are gold. The way you see the game is different. Thank you. Listen to my TED Talk.